determine the length of a dividing line parallel to its spaces that will divide the area into two parts, whose areas are in the ratio of 2:5. Okay. Drawing mo lang dito yung trapezoid natin. Okay, sabi dito meron daw tayong trapezoid that the bases are parallel. Ito isa, tapos ito yung pangalawa. The first base will measure 100 cm. 100 cm, tapos yung pangalawang base 150 cm. Tapos yung altitude daw is 60 centimeters. Tapos yung whole area daw natin ay is hahatiin natin into two parts, which is the first part being 2:2, tapos isa 5 parts. So una pa lang dapat clear sa inyo na yung ratio nila is 2:5. Okay, so a total of 7 parts. Okay. So titignan nyo yung number 5 natin. Sabi niya may have a trapezoid. Yung unang formula for A, that is for area, kasi yung L dyan is the formula for the dividing line. So paano ba natin gagamitin yung formula for the dividing line? So nakalagay dyan, L is equal to the square root of MB1 squared plus N B2 squared. Palagay ako B2 yan. Over M plus N. Okay. So, syempre yung B1 and B2 dyan, that will signify our base 1 and base 2. Tapos yung M and N will be the ratios of their parts. But the question is, what is M and N between these two? Okay. So, kung nakalagay dito, itong gagawin mong base 1, dapat ang nakamultiply na part sa kanya is alin? The other side. Okay? Ito dapat. So, for this will be our M, tapos ito naman, N. Ito yung B2 natin, yung other part yung nakamultiply sa kanya. Okay. So, for this, the length of the dividing line. So, una, pwede kayong kung di talaga kabisado yung formula, tanggalin mo agad yung letter C sa ating choices dahil lalagpas sa 150. Tapos kung ako'y mamili, 33% chance. Okay. So, ano natin, substitute natin yung values. So, we'll have M, this will be 5, tapos B1 natin, 100 squared plus 2, 150 squared over 5 plus 2, which is 7. Okay. 116, sige, 116.496. However, walang lumabas sa choices natin. Kasi wala namang in-state sa atin, yung 2 parts ay nasa taas, tapos yung 5 parts nasa baba. Pwedeng baligtad, di ba? Pwedeng dito naman yung dividing line natin. Wala namang sinabi na 2 parts dapat daw ay nasa malapit sa 150 cm. Try lang natin kabila. Okay. Answer is 137.3. Yun na. Ibig sabihin, there are 2 possible answers for this problem. It is just up to you kung paano mo siya palalabasin. Ang problema mo lang, kung yung dalawang sagot na yun ay nasa choices. So, intindihin mo kung ano ba yung hinihingi niya. But for usually, pag sabing ganito, 2:5, ano ibig sabihin doon? Alin? Hindi. Kapag sabing 2:5, ano yung unang binanggit na base? 100. Yun din mo sa kanya. Usually, kapag nakita kayo ng ganitong problems. But, there will always be 2 answers for this. Pero, kung ayaw nyo ng ganitong problem, pahirapan yung sarili nyo, anong gagawin nyo? Gawin nyo x ito. Ito 60 minus x. Tapos, gamit kayo ng 1 B1, B2. So, ito, another variable y. Makuha na rin yung sagot, pero sobrang haba ng solution. Okay? At itong formula na to, actually is used also in surveying. Kaya, kung kabisado nyo itong formula na ito, magagamit na rin yan sa surveying. Kaya mahalaga. Yung formula na yan. Okay, number 15. Sabi dito, a quadrilateral is inscribed in a circle such that one of its sides coincides with the diameter. If the other three sides measure 2, 3, and 4, respectively, determine the diameter of the circle. Okay. So sabi dito, meron daw tayong circle. Tapos may quadrilateral tayo sa loob. Wherein yung isang side daw ay diameter. Tama? Tapos, other parts is 2, tapos 3, tapos yung isa naman 4. Okay. Sige natin dito, ito yung diameter, ito yung 2, ito yung 3, tapos ito yung 4. Okay lang? Okay. So, in these cases, what do we call this kind of quadrilateral? Anong tawag natin sa quadrilateral na to? We call this as a cyclic quadrilateral. This is a special type of quadrilateral wherein all of the sides of the quadrilateral is in the peripheral of the circumference of the circle. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng vertices natin tatama daw dapat sa circle. Sa dalawa, tatlo, at apat. Naka-inscribe siya sa circle, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, all quadrilaterals that are inscribed in a circle are cyclic. Okay? For cyclic quadrilaterals, meron tayong special formula for them. So, una dyan yung area. Punta tayo sa number 6. So, area natin is equal to S minus A, S minus B, S minus C, S minus D. So, para siyang Heron's formula na natutunan natin sa trigonometry. If we have R, or the radius daw ng isang quadrilateral. The radius of the quadrilateral is equal to AD plus CD times AC plus BD, AD plus BC over 4A, wherein A is the area of the circle. So, pwede ba natin gamitin yan dito? Pwede ba natin makuha yung diameter using this? Yes, no. Mahirap, ang dami kasi unknown yung magiging semi-perimeter mo, tama ba? So, lahat D. Tapos, unknown din yung magiging R mo. Unknown din yung area mo. We have 3 unknowns. Ang meron lang tayo, 2. So, paano ba natin ito makukuha? Okay. Okay. So, una, ano pala dyan yung R na nakikita nyo? That is the hello. Okay, that is the Brahma-Gupta's formula for determining the radius of the cyclic quadrilateral. Tapos, yung next, meron tayong third formula dyan, which is yung D1, D2 is equal to AC plus BD. Sabi natin, di ba? Yung mga polygons natin, pwede tayo mag-create ng diagonals. So for this, yung diagonal na mag-create natin is ito una, tapos ito yung pangalawa. Okay? Okay lang? So tawagin natin itong D1, kasi ito yung D2. Yung D1 natin, and D2, meron daw siyang correlation with the sides using the Ptolemy's theorem. In Ptolemy's theorem, D1, D2 is equal to AC plus BD. Wherein, pwede daw natin i-multiply yung opposite sides. So, kunwari, ito yung A natin, ito yung C. Tapos multiply natin sa B and D is equal to D1 times D2. Okay. That is the Ptolemy's theorem. And, Ano pwede natin gawin dito? Ano pwede natin gawin? Dito. Ano pwede gawin? Ano pwede ba tayong gawin dito? Break 5 dito. Ano pwede natin gawin? Tulungan niyo ako. Ano sabi natin kapag sa triangle, ang isang side diameter? Right triangle. Okay. Meron tayong two sides, which is 2. Tapos diagonal 2. Tapos meron tayong hypotenuse na diameter. So this is a right triangle. Tama ba? So makakakuha tayo ng relationship between D2 and the diameter of this circle. Tama ba? Sige. So let's use that first. So we can have D squared. Gawin na lang natin D1 in terms of D2 in terms of D. So we'll have D2 is equal to the square root of D squared minus 2 squared. Okay lang? O, may mga gagawa pa ba tayo isang triangle dyan? So D1 saka C4. This is a right triangle also. Okay, so for D1, that is D1 is equal to square root of D squared minus 4 squared. Tapos, gagamitin natin to with our Ptolemy's theorem. Sabi natin kanina, AC plus BD is equal to D1 and D2. Okay. So una, let's make this as A, B, C, and D. Okay. So multiply natin A and C will have 2 times 4 plus B times D, or that is D times 3. Okay lang? Equal to this and this. So square root of D squared minus 2 squared multiplied by square root of D squared minus 4 squared. So we can now solve for the value of D. So meron na tayong one equation, 6.075. So the answer is letter A. Okay lang dito sa ginawa natin mga right triangle. So, paano natin nakuha itong mga to? Okay. Next. Okay na ulit. We have a cyclic quadrilateral. A quadrilateral, tama. A quadrilateral, ABCD is inscribed in a circle. So this is uninscribed. Cyclic ulit to. So gawa lang ako ng dito. Quadrilateral. Tapos, ano yung mga binigay sa atin dito? AB, BC, CD, and AC. Tawagin natin ito A, B, C, so AB natin, AB is equal to 22, BC is equal to 35, CD is 24. Tapos, bigay yung isa sa ating diagonal for D. Okay. So, ang pinapahanap sa atin dito is si BD. Wait. Okay, sige yun muna. Pinapahanap sa atin yung BD. Paano ito mag-solve? Alin? What can we do? Alin? also for cyclic quadrilaterals is that the opposite angles will always be, will always have the sum of 180 degrees. Okay? Ano ibig sabihin ng opposite angles daw natin will have a sum of 180 degrees. Opposite angles will have the sum of 180 degrees. Okay lang? So, ano ibig sabihin nun? Pwede natin kuhain ito, makukuha natin itong angle na to. Then, we can use cosine law to solve for this side. Tama? Then, we can solve, sige, unahin muna natin yung angle B. So, using angle B, we can use cosine law. Or angle B, para mabilis na, we'll have arc cosine of 22 squared plus 35 squared minus 40 squared over 2 times 22 times 35. Para hindi natin siya solve. O, ilan value ng angle B? 85.94 degrees. Okay. Ngayon, to solve for angle B, we can use 180 minus angle B. And this is equal to 94.059 degrees. Okay. Pastol ako sa A. Then we can use cosine law to solve for the value of AD. Okay. So meron tayong triangle. Okay. So this is 40, 24, plus ito yung A and B. So we can, solve for AD. So we'll have 40 squared. 40 squared is equal to AD squared plus 24 squared minus 2 times AD times 24 cosine of angle B. Pasolve ako ng side A. Alam mo yung angle B, tama ba? Ha? Anong angle C? Diba ito 40? Ito 24. 40 C. Diba B? So makuha natin yung angle B. So pwede ka mag-cosine law using this agad. Pwede natin yung makuha using that. 30.35. Pare-pareho lang nakuha. Mabilis ba? Sige. Pakuha na ako ng value na E. Alright, next. Anong unit ito? Meters. Next, we can now use the Ptolemy's theorem to solve for BD. Diba, given na lahat sa atin ng values ng sides ng quadrilateral. Given na rin yung isang diagonal. So we can now solve for the other diagonal. So this is 30.35. Okay. So, gawin natin, this is A, B, C, and D. So, una, AC plus BD is equal to D1, D1E. Okay, AC natin, 30.35 times 35. Plus 22 times 24 is equal to 40 times D2. The value of D2 is equal to
39.76.
39.76.
Legendary ka na ba?
Answer for this
Legendary ka na ba?
Yan, so wakas, nasa solid na tayo. Okay. Solid geometry. For solid geometry, we can use this relationships between the sides any regular polygon, the perimeter, the area, and the volume. Okay? Okay. So una, sabi nito, for a given solid, given the surface area increased by 25%, what will be the percentage change in the diameter? Okay. So meron daw tayong gawin natin itong old. Kasi ito yung new. Yung old surface area daw natin is mag-i-increase ng ilan? 25%. So, kung gagawin natin siya in terms of the old surface area, magiging 1.25% of the surface area. Yung surface area. Tama ba? Okay. Next, ang tinatanong sa atin, what will be the percentage change in the diameter? So, meron tayong old diameter, tawagin natin D naught or D initial. Ang kailangan natin yung D na final. Okay. So, for this, kung papansinin niyo yung formula natin, meron tayong S1 over S2 is equal to P1 over P2 tapos area over area. Kapag area, dapat naka-raise sa 1/2. Tapos kapag volume naka-raise sa 1/3 kasi yung area natin is square meters, square something. Tapos kapag volume, cubic. So kailangan natin dapat same yung magiging proportionality natin for the left side and the right side. Okay. So for this, try natin i-solve. So for this, gawin natin DO or the initial diameter over DF is equal to our old surface area SA over 1.25 of SA raised to 1/2. Tapos, pwede natin i-cancel yung old surface area. Okay? So, we'll have a value of, alin to? Pakuha ko ng value na to, 1 over 1.25 raised to 1/2. 0.89. Tapos, pwede natin siyang i-cross multiply dito. Tama ba? So, for this, we can get that DO is equal to 0.89 of DF. Ang tinatanong sa atin, alin? What is the percentage change in the diameter? Ng alin? Kasi natin sagot dyan mo. Alin? Yes, pwede naman dyan, no? Ang gagawin natin, instead of nandito yung numerical coefficient, ang gagawin? The DF is 1% of the DO. Okay? So, pwede natin siyang kunin yung reciprocal. Okay. So, instead of this, gawin natin, divide both sides natin by 0.89. So, meron kayong 1 over 0.89. Ilan to? 1.11. Okay. So, this is also equal to 1.118. DO is equal to DF. So, kung check natin, ito yung kailangan natin na change. Diba kanina sabi natin, 25% yung change ng surface area natin. Nilagyan natin ng 0.25. So, dito nagkaroon tayo ng 0.118 or 0.118 times 100%. So, we'll have 11.8% change in the diameter. And that is the answer for number 7. Ano ba? Okay, number 18. Sabi naman dito, for a given solid, given the surface area increased by 25%, ano naman daw yung percentage change in the volume? Ganun din dito, pero volume naman yung gagawin. Kayo na rin mag-solve nito. Kasi mas gusto ko yung number 19. Okay. Kasi same lang yun. Instead of S1 over S2, gagawin nyo lang V1 over V2. Okay. So for this, sabi dito, a prototype of a machine weighing 50 newtons is to be designed by an engineering student at a scale of 1:50 by weight. Assuming the same type of material is being used, determine the weight of the real machine. Okay. So ganun din dito. Pwede rin natin siya kuhaan using the same proportionality that we have. Lubat na ako. Pero wala tayong weight sa ating mga given dyan. Tama ba? Saan ka natin pwede extract yung weight dyan? I mean, from the 4 that we have, saan natin siya pwede extract yung weight? Kasi kailangan natin makakuha ng proportionality sa weight eh. Sa apat na to, saan ka natin pwede i-extract yung proportionality? Nabili ko na to. Saan natin pwede extract yung proportionality sa weight? Sa volume. Paano natin makukuha yung volume? Ay, paano natin siya makukuha using volume? Ano? Using? Alin? Using unit weight is equal to ano to? Weight over volume. Tapos, ano mangyayari dito? Kapag mas multiply natin to. Weight volume is equal to weight over unit weight. Tapos kung magkaroon tayo ng volume 1 over volume 2, ano mangyayari? Weight 1, weight 2 over gamma. Kung same material yan, ibig sabihin yung unit weight nila, pareho. So if we can also use this weight 1 over weight 2, raise sa 1. Okay lang? Okay. So for this, sige, gamitin natin yon. To solve for this. So ang given sa atin alin dito? So number 90. Dapat daw 1:50 yung kanyang ratio. Is equal to volume 1, weight 1 pala. Weight 1 over weight 2 raised to 1/3. Pero yung anong weight ng weight 1 yung binigay sa atin, tama ba? Which is yung 50 newtons. Ang pinapahanap sa atin, yung weight. Pasal ko. Alis sa bakit? Answer for weight 2 is 6,250,000 newtons. Yan na, pwede nyo ma-extend yung volume sa weight using gamma is equal to weight over volume. Okay, next we have the prism. Sabi dito, the bases of a right prism are octagons with each side equal to 6 centimeters. The bases are 12 cm apart. What is the volume of the right prism? Ngayon, ano ba yung mga prisms in the first place? So, kanina meron tayo, di ba, mga ano? Regular polygons. Kapag meron tayong prisms, yung mga regular polygons natin, lalagyan lang natin ng third parameter which is yung height. Kaya gagawin lang natin kanina, kukunin lang natin yung area ng isang face, tapos multiply lang natin by the height. Yung regular, ang isang prism, the actual volume is just equal to the area of the base times height. Hindi nakalagay dito. Area of the base
times n. Wherein area will be yung ns squared over 4 tan 180 over n. Okay. So gamitin natin to kapag octagon. Octagon, this will be 8 sides. So n is equal to 8. Tapos, s natin is 6. The area of the base will be equal to, sabi natin diba, n squared over 4 tan 180 over n. So we have 8 times 6 squared over 4 tan 180 over 8. Tapos para maging volume, multiply mo lang sa height which is 12 cm apart.
2,086.
So, yan. 2086 cubic centimeters. Okay lang ba kung ano nangyari dito? Yung area lang kanina ng octagon, ginamit natin dito. Tapos minultiplyan lang natin ng height of the bases. Okay, next. Sabi dito, find the total surface area of right pentagonal prism with each side of the base measuring 8 cm and a height of 12 cm. Okay. So for the total surface area, ano bang hihanap natin dito? Area ng paligid. So kunwari, ito yung titignan natin. Lahat ng mga faces yung kukuhain natin. Tapos anong mapapansin nyo kapag meron tayong faces? Ano yung face na mag-click natin na patayo? This is just rectangular. Rectangular wherein ito yung height natin. Tapos yung length natin is one side of the regular polygon that we have. So ano kailangan natin dito? 2 times the area of the base. Tapos plus kung ilan man yung sides ng ating surfaces. Okay. Paano naman kung ang gusto ko, kuhain ko lang ito. Yung mga nakatayo lang na area. Anong tawag natin dyan? Lateral surface area or LSA. Okay. Kapag PSA, total surface area, kasama yung mga nasa taas and nasa baba. Kapag LSA, yung sides lang nakatayo. Paano kung sinabi surface area lang? Walang sinabi kung lateral o total. It is considered as the total surface area. So, ibig sabihin, PSA, total surface area, also SA, pareho lang. Saka lang siya nagiging lateral surface area kapag naging specific sa isang project. Okay, sige. So, pinapahanap sa atin dito is the lateral surface area na isang pentagon. Sorry, total surface area. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan natin ng pentagon. Or mga pentagon. Pentagon natin, tapos lalagyan natin siya ng height. Okay. For this, una, solve natin yung area ng base. Okay, area ng base natin. Area ng base. N natin dito. N is equal to 5. S is equal to ano? Nabinigay ba? Meron 8. Okay, so for this N squared ulit gagamitin natin na 5, 8 squared over 4 tangent of 180 over 5. Ilan pa area ng base? 0.110. Pastor ako sa A. Next, kailangan natin ng lateral surface. So yung magiging lateral surface natin, 5. Tama ba? Kata 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Na ang area is 8 times 12. Okay. So the total surface area is equal to 2AB plus 8 times 12. So 700 square centimeters. Okay, next, cylinder. Special type ng prism na ang faces natin ay circular. Okay. Okay, number 22. A right prism has a square base and a lateral edge which measures 10 cm. Huwag na to. Ano sabi dyan? Square base, ganito lang, di ba? Ano ba? O square base, tapos binigay sa inyo yung lateral surface area. Binigay pa yung height. Talaga naman. Ay, 10, di ba? Tapos, sige, solve natin ng mabilis. Okay, 10. Tapos lateral surface area raw natin ay 120. So, saan natin siya equate? So, natin itong x kasi hindi natin alam, di ba? Okay, so this will be 4 times 10 times x is equal to 120. So, what is the value of x? 3. So, we can now solve for the volume, which is volume is equal to 3 squared times 900. Ay, sorry. Okay, cylinder. Punta tayo sa cylinder. Okay, sabi dito, a cylinder with a volume of 576.5 cubic meters is circumscribed about a square prism which has one side of the base that measures 8 meters. What is the altitude of the cylinder? Okay, so meron lang tayong cylinder na parang kayong may coke in can, tapos ipapasok nyo daw sa parang square, rectangular box. Tinatanong, ano daw yung altitude nito? Okay. So una, tingnan natin yung mga given sa atin. So sabi, meron tayong 8 meters na bigay, which is what? Ito? Meron daw tayong square prism which has one side that is measuring 8 meters. Okay. So this is the elevation view. Hindi pala isometric view. Kung titignan natin yung top view, meron daw tayong square prism na papasok tayo ng circle sa kanya. So, ibig sabihin nun, kung ito 8, ibig sabihin nun, diameter is also equal to 8. Or radius natin is equal to 4. Okay. Sabihin natin dyan, radius is equal to 4. The volume of a cylinder is given by the formula, yan, pi r squared h. Pi r squared h. So, pwede natin ma-solve kagad kasi given sa atin yung volume which is 576 pi
Ito din may cut.
is equal to pi radius natin 4 squared times cancel h is equal to 36 cm ay meters 36 meters
Madali lang.
ay okay sige anong mali ko anong mali
Piano pa dito. Ay, mga sample problem pa.
Yung books natin sa...
Ibang answer. Answer na ka lang.
ano yung mali dito yes okay sabi dito the square prism is inscribed about the circular. So, dapat nasa loob na. Resolve natin. So, if this is 8, my bad. So, if this is 8, ano magiging diameter natin dito? Yung diagonal. So, this is 8 or 8 square root of 2. So, the radius is actually 4 square root of 2. Okay na, okay na. 18.
Sabot muna ako ng ano. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Cocktail. Ay, cocktail. Medyo madali lang. Balik lang sila. Ganito lang. Oo.
Ang number tayo?
Balik lang sila.
Okay, for pyramids, meron ba tayo dito triangular lateral faces? Kapag prisms kasi, kung makikita nyo dito, no, we have
Ito pa na.
rectangular
Naka-open pa lang.
lateral faces. Ganito yung mga lateral faces natin, rectangular. Kapag prism, meron tayong central point dito. Ang nangyayari, magiging triangular yung face na natin.
Pagkulan ko lang. Pagkulan.
Okay. So for this, sabi dito, a regular triangular pyramid has an altitude of 9 meters and a volume of 46.8 cubic meters. Find the length of the base edges. Dali lang ito. Okay. So una, ulit muna natin yung area ng base. Makukuha natin yan using the formula. Lagyan natin dito. Volume is equal to 1/3 area of the base times height. Okay, so this is 46.8 is equal to 1/3 area of the base. Tapos ang height daw natin is 9. Pasalba ko ng area ng base. Ilan? 15.6. Sakto. 15.6 square meters. Next. Sabi natin, yung base daw natin is a regular triangle. Kapag regular triangle, yung faces natin ay equal lahat. Tama ba? So this is x. X yan, x pala ito. And this will be, anong angle na to? 60 degrees. So we can actually use Caesar's formula for this problem again. So area of the base, or 15.6, is equal to 1/2 x squared sine of 60 degrees. Answer is 6. Okay lang tayo dito or mabilis? Sakto lang. Number 25. Find the length of the lateral edges. Okay. medyo mga ba na nararamdaman ko na. Okay, ang pinapahanap sa atin dito is the slanting height. Tama ba? Okay. So una, ang tanong ko, yung 9 meter altitude, saan ba natin yung tatanong? Hindi yan yung slanting height ha. From the highest point, papunta sa pinaka baba. Dapat nasa centroid. Tama ba? Yes. O saan yung centroid niyan? Sige. Ito ko na rin base ka. Lagay natin base dito. Dapat nasa 1/3 sa ilalim. Tama. Tapos nasa gitna nito. Okay. So for sure naman, alam na natin yung mga centroid nito. Okay. So dyan yung centroid. Next, anong gagawin natin?
Dulo. Tigat mo. Left, right, thickness.
Okay. Sige. Kaya ba natin makuha yung sukat na to? Or anong tawag nyo dyan? Apotem, tama ba? That is the apotem. May formula kayo for apotem, tama? What is the formula for apotem? Ano? Sige, kung hindi kabisado, paano gagawin? Diba 6 lang itong mga to? So dati kanina to, diba? These are all 6. Tapos, magiging 3. We have A, right, right. So 6 squared minus 3 squared. Pakuha ko na apotem. A squared of 3 squared of 3. Okay, next. Para saan yan? Para makuha natin yung height nito, di ba? Para makuha natin to, para Pythagorean para saan? Dito, no? Kukonek natin siya dito. So, isipin natin kung na, itong red line na to, dito yan. Ang nakuha natin, ito pa lang. Ngayon, ang kailangan naman natin ngayon is ito, para i-connect natin siya sa altitude to get another right triangle. Okay lang? Sige, connect natin to. So for sure, alam natin to, this is a B. And this is pwede rin naman. Pareho lang. So pwede rin. Sige, sabihin natin ito. Ito, pag kinuha natin itong 2 square root of 3, makuha na rin natin siya agad. Yes, pwede din. Yan na lang. Okay. So for this will be 9. Kasi ito, this is 2 square root of 3. Tapos kunin lang natin yung hypotenuse. Nag-gets ba yung iba bakit naging 2 square root of 3? Yeah, 9.64. 9.64. So lagay ko lang dito, this is 9. This is 2 square root of 3. Next, we have cone. Kapag cone naman, special type of pyramid na ang base ay circular. Okay. A right circular cone has an altitude of 25 cm. Base diameter 5 the lateral area of the cone. Lateral area natin is pi r n. Okay. So, kailangan natin makuha yung okay. So base diameter natin dito is 20 cm which makes the radius n. Okay, next. Ano binigay sa atin? Altitude daw 25. So makukuha na natin kagad yung lateral edge which is the hypotenuse of this. So n is equal to square root of 25 squared plus 10 squared. 5 square root of 29. Dapat sa atin is lateral area. So LSA is equal to just pi r. This is pi times 10 times 5 square root of. Sakto.
Is 4.8997.
Pi r. Tapos kapag pinakuha yung total surface area, ano gagawin? Plus lang tayo ng pi r squared. Okay, number 27. A right circular cone is to be made from a circular sector. Lagi ito nasa board exam na. Lagi nasa theory. Sabi daw dito, a circular cone is to be made from a circular sector of radius of 36. Okay, meron daw tayong circle, tapos kailangan lang natin ng sector from this circle. So, ibig sabihin, kailangan lang natin ng portion of this area. Sabi dito, ano number 2 tayo? Sorry. Oh, last page. Okay. Yung central angle daw ng sector natin is 200 degrees. So, kung titignan natin nasa dito yun, tama ba? It's 200 degrees. So, ibig sabihin, itong nandito lang sa taas, from this point to this point, yan lang daw yung gagamitin natin para makakreate ng pyramid. So, ibig sabihin, makakreate ng cone. So, from this point to this point, magkakabitin daw natin para makakreate ng cone. Okay. So yung unang circle natin may radius daw na ilan? 36. So dito sa second figure natin, saan siya mag-equate? Saan? Saan? Yung 36 na yan, saan siya mapupunta dito sa yung ano natin? Yung lateral edge. Tama ba? From flat surface, kapag dinikit natin yan, yan yung magiging lateral edge. So ito yung magiging 36. Next. Ano pang kailangan natin dito? Kailangan natin makuha yung bagong radius niyan. Ang bagong cone. However, saan natin siya makukuha? From alin? Diba ito, this is the arc. Arc length to, tama ba? Arc length. From this point to this point. At siya yung mag-create ng bagong circular base natin. Tama ba? So, ibig sabihin yung arc length na makikreate natin dito, siya na yung magiging circumference ng ating new base. So, kailangan mo natin kuhain yung arc length. So, arc length natin, again, given tayo ng formula, S is equal to R theta, wherein theta should be in radians. So, this is 36 times 200 times 2 pi over 45. Okay, 40 pi. Next, itong 40 pi natin, i-equate natin siya sa circumference ng ating circle, which is 2 pi r. To get the new radius. So this is 40 pi. Cancel yung mga pi. So we'll have the new radius, lagyan natin r. R1 will be equal to 2. So we can now get the altitude of this new circular course. So meron tayong 36 na hypotenuse, tapos meron tayong radius na bago, which is 20. So we can get the height. 36 squared minus 20 squared. Ilan? 93. Tapos ang pinapahanap sa atin is volume. Volume is equal to 1/3 pi. Yung radius na gagawin natin sa yung bago, 20 squared times 29.5. Again, we have spheres. Okay. Okay. Bigay mo sa inyo na experts ko before? Bigay naman. Okay. So, dun sa mga hindi nakakatanda, so when we have a sphere, sabi dito, spherical segment with one base, ibig sabihin, ang makukuha daw natin na volume is from either, depende no, kung anong height yung ibibigay pala. So, kunwari, yung height na binigay is this. Ang makukuha mong volume is this. Okay? Tapos, syempre yung radius niyan. Tapos kapag two bases naman, we have two bases lagi natin dito. Tapos yung h na makikita nyo dyan is the height between them. Tapos yung a dyan is a, tapos ito yung again, this is the radius. At yung makukuha niyong volume dyan is yung nasa loob. Volume ibig sabihin hindi area yung makukuha natin, 3D. Paikot yan. Bowl. Parang bowl yun na. So, kung titignan nyo parang bangle sa kamay. Pero instead of hollow yung nasa loob, puro solid yung nasa loob. Bangle niya. Wala bang tawag? Okay. Okay, so number 28. Sabi a sphere having diameter of 30 cm is cut into two segments. The altitude of the first segment is 6. What is the ratio of the area of the second segment to that of the first? Tuloy kami. So meron tayong sphere, tapos ilan to, 30, tama ba? 30 cm, tapos yung isang altitude binigay sa atin is 6. So yung matitira dito is 24. So yung pinapaano sa atin is the ratio of this area by this area. Okay. Area ng tawag natin dyan is area of the zones. Area of the zones. So kunwari meron kayong mangkok, yung bumabalot doon, yun yung kinukuha nating area. Okay, na pumapalibot. Okay, sige. The formula for the zone is equal to 2 pi RH. So kailangan lang natin ng dalawang, so the ratio is just equal to 2 pi r. So unang h na gagamitin natin is yung 24. Tapos 2 pi r h ulit na 24 na 6 is 4. Kahit di na kayo mag-substitute ng value ng 2 pi r dyan kasi cancel lang yun. Okay, number 29. Okay. A mixture of equal parts of two liquids, one white and the other one black, was placed in a hemispherical bowl. Ano ibig sabihin ng hemispherical? Semi-sphere. O lahati ng sphere. Bakit tawaging semi-sphere ha? Sipang pakinggan. Okay. Next, ang sabi dito, the total depth of the two liquids is 6 inches. After standing for a short time, the mixture separated the white liquid, settling below the black. Okay. So, sabi dito, meron daw tayong black liquid sa white liquid. Na ano na nasa baba? Yung thank you Friday kasi. Ano? Okay, so meron tayong black liquid sa baba. Okay, tapos ito na lang kung ano yung white liquid. Nasa ilalim yung white? Yes. Sorry. Tapos, ayan, may white liquid sa baba. Yun. Yung mga sheets. Pero para mas madali, ganito na lang. Ito yung gitna, ito yung hemisphere natin. Tapos meron tayong White ito. Okay, next. Anong sabi dito? Ah. Yung thickness daw ng black liquid natin is 2 inches. Ano pa? Yung total depth of the two liquids is 6. So this is 4. Next. Ano pa? Find the radius of the bone. Okay, isa-isahin ulit natin yung problem natin dito. So sabi, we have a mixture of equal parts. So ibig sabihin, yung volume na ibibigay nila ay pareho. So yung volume ng black, so first condition natin is volume of black is equal to the volume of white. Okay, next. Sabi dito, the total depth of the two liquids is 6 inches. Ginawa naman na natin yun. So 2 and 4 and 6. Kasi sinabi na naman, 2 inches yung black. After standing, white liquid below, tapos black liquid is 6 inches. Okay. Find the radius of the bowl. So ano to? So for the black, this is an example of the volume with 2 bases. Okay? Tapos, dito naman, volume with 1 base. Ang problema lang natin, wala tayong values ng radius. Tama ba? Yes. Okay. So sige, una punta muna tayo sa volume ng white. Kasi yun yung madali eh. Volume ng white, nakalagay dyan, pi h squared over 3 times 3r minus h. So for this, pi, ang magiging h natin dyan is 4 squared. Huh? Huh? Ang h natin dito. Pwede kahit saan. Manggaling sa taas or manggaling sa okay. So for this, 3 times 3r minus h times 4. So ito yung first ano natin? Equation. Next, volume ng black. Problem natin, wala tayong, ano kailangan natin pag 2 bases? Kailangan natin ng A, kailangan natin ng B. Wala naman tayong H, pero kailangan natin A and B. Pero pwede ba natin ma-solve yan? Wala naman tayong choice to solve for that. Sige. Gawin natin. Ito yung kailangan natin ng unang A, tama ba? Okay. So for this is the radius of the sphere. Tapos, ito yung magiging A natin. Ngayon, can we solve for this height? Yes, this is R minus 6. Tama? Next. Ito, kung R minus 6 yan, magkakaroon tayo ng another triangle. Ganyan naman. To solve for B. And this will be R minus 4. So, iwalayin natin. This is R minus 4. R, tapos ito yung A. Kasi isa, ay, sorry. R minus 6, R minus 4, tapos R. Okay. So we can get the value of A. So A is equal to the square root of R squared minus R minus 6 squared. Yun din sa B. B is equal to the square root of R squared minus R minus 4. Okay. Tapos, ano yung volume natin ng two bases? Kaya pi h over 6 3a squared plus 3b squared plus h squared. Tapos sabi natin that the volume of the black is also equal to the volume of the white. So dapat equal din to sa nakuha natin kanina, which is base 1. Ano ito? 16 pi, tama ba? 16 over 3. 16 pi over 3 times dr minus 4. Gawin natin ito. 16 pi over 3 times 3r minus 6. Okay. Solve natin ito with una, pwede tayo mag-cancel ng pi. Tama? Okay. So we'll have h. Ano yung magiging value ng h natin dito? Value ng h is ay, sorry. Ito pala. 2. 2 over 6 times 3. Actually, pwede pala natin itong gawin a squared. Ito b squared. So this will become r squared minus r minus 6 squared plus 3 times r squared minus r minus 4 squared plus 2 squared is equal to 16 over 3r minus 3r minus 4. To solve for the value of the radius. 7.33. Medyo ang pinahirapan lang natin sa sarili natin. Hindi ito Caltech. Hindi Caltech. Sige. Alam niyo ba, pinahirapan ko lang kayo. Sige, anong mas madaling way para solve ito? May makapagsabi ba sa akin? Mas madaling way to solve this. Hindi, walang code 3-2. Hindi. Okay, sige. Ganito. Ibig sabihin. Okay, so for this, we have... May volume tayo ng white, tama ba? Tapos, yung volume ng black, volume din ng white. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Lahat ng sinigdan ko ngayon. This is equal to volume of white. Ano ibig sabihin? Pwede din tayo gumamit ng 1 base. Pero instead of 4, gawin natin 6. Wherein yung volume nito is equal to 2 volume ng white. Ganun. Ano ito? Pi h squared over 3 times 3r minus 2. Gawin natin. Pi magiging h natin na bago is 6. 6 squared over 3 times 3r minus 6 is equal to 2 times ng 16 pi over 3r minus 7 point. Kailangan lang talaga ng analysis kung ano nyo, paano nyo siya sasagot. Sa board exams, kayo gagawin ko niya. Kailangan ito yung makuha nyo. Okay, last two problems. Naglalagay sa yung number 31. Ay, actually, sorry pala. Hindi mo dali lang ito. Okay, game. Cross to. Alam niyo naman yung cross to, tama ba? Okay. So for this, sige. Sabi dito, the lateral edge of cross slope of regular pyramid is 4 meters long. The upper and the lower bases are squares with sides of length of 3 and 5, respectively. Determine the volume of this cross slope. So, una, meron tayong square sa baba. Tapos may square din sa taas. Pero, ang kinaibahan niya sa operation natin kanina, instead of same yung area ng bases natin dito, congruent lang. Okay, tapos, nabigay sa atin dito. Yung side length nito, 3, tapos ito, 5. Binigay ko yung lateral edge. Binigay lateral edge which is 4. Ang kailangan natin dito is the perpendicular height. Can we solve for that? Ito muna tayo. Kapag pinroject natin pababa yung ating base sa taas na 3, nangyari, we can have this 1. Masolve ba natin to? Itong inano ko, linawingan ko dito. Kaya ba natin masolve to? Ano lang yan? Gawin magkakaroon tayo ng diagonal dito sa taas. Tapos, meron din tayong diagonal sa baba. Ano yung diagonal natin sa taas? 3 square root of 2. Tama ba? Yung diagonal natin sa baba? 5 square root of 2. Tapos, pag-minus lang natin, tapos divide sa 2. So this length, tawagin natin itong x. X is equal to 5 square root of 2 minus 3 square root of 2 divided by 2. Bakit natin di-divide sa 2? Kasi meron pa dito sa kabila. Kailangan natin yung ilan? Square root of 2. Tapos binigay sa atin yung lateral edge na 4. So, yung pinaka-height natin dito is just 4 squared minus 2. Tama ba? Square root of 12. Square root of 14. Square root of 14. So, h is equal to square root of 14. Tapos, pwede na natin ma-solve yung volume nito. So, the volume, meron tayo ditong maraming formula, pero gagamitin na lang natin yung pinakauna. H over 3 is equal to 8 times 1, times 8 plus 1, times 8. 8 plus 2 plus square root of A1 plus A2. Wherein yung A1 natin is 3 squared, which is 9. Tapos, 5 squared is 20. Okay. Gawin natin. H natin is square root of 14 over 3 times area 1 natin, 9 plus 25 plus square root of 9 times 61.11 square cubic meters. Okay, number 31. A solid has a circular base of radius 20. Meron ba tayong circle? Siya yung magiging base ng ating solid. Tapos kapag tinignan daw natin, every parallel to its diameter, perpendicular to its diameter is an equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. So, wag yung na gagawin yung cone. It's not a cone. There's another type of solid na ang basis natin dito puro equilateral triangle. Okay. So, una binigay sa atin dito yung radius, which is 20, which makes the diameter 40. Kasi ito 40 din. 40 din yan. Okay. Question. Anong magiging equilateral triangle natin kapag meron akong chord dito na 20? Wala na may chord ako dito na 20. Kapag tinignan ko yung elevation yan, ano yung magiging equilateral triangle yan? 20 din, tama ba? Okay. Kapag dito, pumunta ako dito sa pinakamalapit, 5 ang chord natin. Ano yung magiging 5 din? Eh kapag dito sa pinaka-edge, 0. Okay. Kapag dito sa edge na to, 0 din. So pwede natin gamitin actually yung volume of a frustum using the second formula. Second formula natin dyan is L over 6 times A1 plus 4AM plus 8. Wherein yung A1 natin is the area dito, tapos area ng median, tapos dito area of the edge. Tapos yung length natin dito is the diameter. Sige, una, punta tayo dito. Length natin, 40 over 6. A1 natin. Ano magiging area ng equilateral triangle dito? 0. Meron, maliit na maliit. But we can neglect that. Next, 4AM. Area ng triangle na to is another scissors formula. Tama ba? This will become 1/2 40 squared plus another A2 which is 0. Volume is 1,470. So sa board exam ang lumabas, another ganito, yung base daw circular, pero yung mga nakikita natin plane, kapag tinignan daw natin perpendicular to a chord is an octagon. So instead of an equilateral triangle, puro octagon. Paano gagawin? Yung AM lang naman yung magiging problema mo dun. AM mo is n squared over 4 times 180 over n. Tapos magiging S mo dyan, yung diameter. Bakit ka daw ng octagon? Malay mo sa board exam, lumabas. Ah, lalabas sa bilang. Pwede naman yan. So, kunwari, di ba base mo ganyan? Sabi natin octagon yung mga perpendicular. So, ito, ganyan. Lalabas. Oo, ganyan. Lalabas. Puro octagon. May imagine nyo naman na yan. When ako. Pero lalabas. Pwede naman yun. Wala namang problema doon. Pero A0 pa rin yan. Ay, A1 at A2, 0. Pero A10. Gamit tayo ng 4 man. Okay, last. Pinakamadali. Yung truncated place. Wag na to. Area of the base is equal to, I multiplied by H average. Area ng base natin. Wala pa tayo. Wag na to. Kaya ko na yan. Malaki na kayo. Madali lang. Okay, volume natin is equal to area of the base times H average. So, pwede natin makuha yung H average kagad dito. H average is equal to, ano yung mga heights dito? Which is 14, tama ba? 14 cm. Binigyan tayo ng volume which is 8,200. Equal natin sa area ng base times 14. Ilan yung area ng base natin? Ilan? Sorry? 714. Okay, 714. Tapos, binigyan din tayo ng condition that the length is twice the width. Ibig sabihin nito, area is equal to 2W times W. Wherein W would be equal to 70.11. So length natin is 34.22. Next week, differential calculus. But before that,